in the world at large, in a time in history where we just, as ministers and carriers of the gospel, we've got to get real.
Yeah.
That's what I love about your story.
I can't do fake. Like, I
can't either.
I am who I am. And so I just put it out there. You know, I tell a story in the book. I was ministering in a ladies conference called Thrive, and they had posted it on social media, and I saw it, and I was reading the comments, and a man got on there. He said, "Who is she to be talking about Thrive? She's been married so many times." And, you know, it stung, but he was right, you know? And so I was just praying normally I would just ignore it, you know, just keep scrolling. But I just felt impressed to respond why I could talk about thriving. Yeah. And I called my friend Kelly Copeland and I said, I really want to respond to this. She goes, well, do it if you feel led to do it. And so I just prayed and asked the Holy Spirit to just direct me, not be ugly, not be, you know, confrontational. And I said, can I share with you why I'm qualified to talk about thriving? And I talked to him. I just wrote on there, it was public, you know, about what God's brought me out of and that kind of thing. And he wrote back, I'm sorry.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Yeah. Because we don't qualify ourselves.
No.
And that's the thing. And that's what I love about Jesus.
I'm not qualified. Only Jesus makes me
I know. I always tell him, Jesus, it's you or bust.
Yes.
It's you or bust. Because we can't earn it. We can't be good enough to earn it or bad enough to be disqualified. That's what I love about Jesus. It's all about him, right?
Right.
Well, what does the future look like? Do you got anything planned we need to know about?
Well, I'm working on doing a podcast.
Awesome.
This is cool. Yeah. You know, Kelly and I did the show for 3 years and we just finished that up. But we had so many people send in their books that wanted to be on the show with their books. So I'm thinking about doing a book series and just letting the people that, you know, be a blessing to the people that have written these books and interview them about their books. And so
that's a great idea. I love that idea. I think I've only had a couple of authors on. We've been podcasting for over 6 years, and I think you'll love it because you have the heart for it. And when you realize, I did not have any idea about podcasting, just the Lord said, I want you to podcast. Mm-hmm. I never had even listened to one hardly. And I started doing one. And I was surprised by how many people around the world that you reach.
Oh,
it's just been amazing. Yeah.
That's why I'm so touched with the Kelly Jerry show, the testimonies we still get from all over the world. They're still played the show on YouTube. And it's just amazing. Like, wow, that show's all the way over in India or wherever they're watching.
Yes. Isn't that wild? So I love that you're going to highlight the authors. That's amazing. Thanks for doing that, because a lot of times there's so many good books and it helps me to hear what the author's thinking, why they wrote it, what they're, what's your goal with this and what's it going to do for my life. So that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I so appreciate you. There's women and men, but mostly women around the world listening today. Is there anything you'd like to speak into their life before we go today?
Well, I would just want to say to you to forget whatever happened back then, maybe something you've been struggling with and you're like, God can never use me. Yes, he can. And I just want to encourage you to lay that thing down now, once and for all. Whatever you've been through, the shame, the hurt, the pain, the embarrassment of that thing, lay it at the feet of Jesus. But the cool thing about Jesus is you lay it there, you walk away from it. But I've discovered anytime I've tried to pick it back up, that I can go back to him and lay it again at his feet as many times as I need to until I get free of that thing. So I just want to encourage you, if you've been struggling with something that you did or something that was done to you, and the shame of it's been there, not allowing you to move forward in your life, today. It's that simple. Just release it, let it go, and then start asking the Lord, okay, what do you have for me? What do you want me to do with my life? Where do you want me to go? And it's the steps of a good man will be ordered by the Lord. So he will direct and guide your steps, but it's not over yet. And I just want to encourage you with that. You still have purpose. You still have a plan. It's not over.
Wow, I love it. I love it. It's so needed. So needed. Thank you. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to find you. So we know that they can go to the Victory Channel to see your television show still. Yes. And would you like to give the avenues that you want people to find you? Maybe some of your social media or your website?
Sure. My website is jerriann.org. And then you can go on Instagram or Facebook. It's Jerriann Savelle or Jerriann Ministries, and find me there.
Well, thank you so much, you powerhouse, you.
Well, thank you, Powerhouse Woman.
Thank you. Oh, and I have a book.
Awesome.
I just wrote my first book, and I'm going to write the Powerhouse book too. But I really loved the experience. It was a big learning curve for me. And,
it's hard, isn't it? It's hard. It's hard. When you're holding that baby in your hands, you're like, I did it.
You want to go, look, world. Look.
Yes. Then that's why I want to encourage and help other people get the word out,
Yes, because if you have a dream in your heart, you don't want to leave this earth with it still there. You want to live it. You want to share it. And God will have us do things we never think we're capable of at all. I was saying on the podcast, I did one yesterday with another beautiful woman. And I said, the funny thing is God never asked me to do anything I can do. He always asks you to do things that you have to rely on him for. But
exactly.
Yeah. And the thing I love about books is like, wow, what a legacy. Like it's there forever. And the thing about podcasting is that it's infinite, like the word going forth. There's so much power in all of that. So, so thank you for your contributions and all of that. I appreciate you so much. I want to ask you to give my love to your family.
I will.
It's so exciting to me to have you on because I know that, and I've experienced this a little bit, but your family doesn't know me at all, right? But yet their ministries have affected my life. I've watched your father since I was newly born again. I can't say how many years ago. Many years ago, and I have followed your sister Terry, and I love what she does. And I have followed you, and I just want to thank you for your service because you've changed my life and you've affected my life.
I appreciate that so much, and I'll let my dad know. He's the sweetest, kindest man in the world, and what a blessing he is to the world. So
I know. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much again for being on. And I want you to know I love you. And if there's anything that the Julie Tussey Show can do, we'd be glad to. And I hope to connect with you in other ways too. So I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Thanks so much for having me. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, so much for listening to this episode 282. Woo woo! Episode number 282 with Jerriann Savelle and her ministry and her book. Make sure you go to Jerriann Savelle. That's JERRIANN SAVELLE.org and go get the new book, Living Unashamed. I love the title, love the message, love what this woman is doing for us in the body of Christ and the world at large. So make sure you go check it out. Also, make sure you go to your, get your new app, the JTM or Gary and Julie Tussey Ministries free app, and download it. And please do consider partnering with this ministry. We are a 501c3 and we are a nonprofit corporation. We do have VIPs, Voice Impact Partners. Our 501c3 is The Voice Incorporated. And so you can find us on Venmo, TheVoiceinc. You can find us on the Cash App, the money symbol, TheVoiceinc. You can also go to tusseyonline.com and hit the donate button. You can set up your monthly giving there or your one-time giving. And you can also, you guys, give on the app. Yes, it's so exciting. Super, super simple. We are here to bless your life. That is our motive, and that is why we podcast, why we do television, why we write and record music, and why we travel and preach. That is why we want you to be encouraged in your walk and your life with Jesus. I love you so much. This is Pastor Julie Tussey telling you, you only get one amazing, fabulous, and awesome life. Live it to the fullest, my loves, with Jesus, because he loves you so much.
I'm here to empower you to fix what's broken in your life.
Honey, you were not created to be ordinary, but you were created to be extraordinary. You were not created to be common, but you were created to be uncommon. You were not created to be average, but to be above average. You are remarkable. You are noteworthy. You are impressive, striking, outstanding, brilliant, excellent, superb, praiseworthy. Now, isn't that amazing? How many people tell you that? Only on the Julie Tussey Show. The Grace Girls and Company podcast and the Julie Tussey Show podcast are outreaches of The Voice Incorporated, a nonprofit ministry. If you would like to give an offering or become a monthly VIP Voice Impact Partner, please go to tusseyonline.com/give. That's tusseyonline.com/give. If you'd like to go to Venmo, you can go and look for The Voice INC, and also on the Cash App, the money symbol, The Voice INC. We thank you so much for your support, your partnership, your prayers, and your consideration in giving. Remember, all gifts are tax deductible.
Everybody in here, put your hands in the air. Everybody in here, put your hands in the air. Come on, come on. Everybody in here, put your hands in the air. Everybody in here, put your hands in the air. Lift him up, Jesus. Lift him up, Savior. Lift him up, Healer. Lift him up, Redeemer. When you're down and things are tough, don't forget I'm more than enough. I spoke the word was formed. I spoke again, the storm was calm. I am the great I am. I am the great I am. I'm more than enough. I'm more than enough for you. I'm more than enough. I'm more than enough for you. Troubled hearts are my specialty. The peace I give, fear not, only believe. innocent.